Hey everyone, Caleb Usher here. Over here we got Tate, we got Caleb, we got Fishboy, and
Why are you introducing me on my channel?
Anyways, we're gonna be doing some inspirational quotes, guys. So we got a bunch here, and we're just gonna start now. All right, start with Tate.
All right. The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today.
The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing.
Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, "I'm possible."
Some walks you have to take alone. The Mind's Journal.
Only I can change my life.
That's true.
No one but me can do it for me.
That's actually true because like nobody can change it for you. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah,
you know, your own responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a good quote. Good quote.
I think so.
I like that. Yeah. Pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Winston Churchill.
Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford.
Don't work 8 hours for a company, then go home and not work on your own goals. You're not tired. You are uninspired.
That's deep, man. That's really deep. So, I got you. Okay. Okay, there we go. Don't worry about failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try. Jack Canfield.
Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Will Rogers.
Life is 10% what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. Charles Swindoll.
What is the difference between I like you and I love you? Beautifully answered by Buddha. When you like a flower, you just pluck it. But when you love a flower, you water it daily. One who understands this understands life.
You're really finding the good ones. I'm going to be honest. Like, you're digging in there. Okay, I got you. Oh, all right. The best and most beautiful things in the world can't be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Helen Keller.
You learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character. Unknown.
Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt.
Being alone has a power that very few can handle. Stephen Etchison.
Stop being afraid of what could go wrong and think of what could go right.
It is not truth that matters, but victory. Adolf Hitler.
Do or do not. There is no try. Yoda.
Be very careful of people whose words don't match their actions.
Fear has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours.
It's not whether you get knocked down. It's not whether you get knocked down. It's whether you get up.
As you guys can hear,
Vince Lombardi.
Caleb's a little bit sick. We're trying to cope with it. It's a little bit rough. Continue.
I can't read this one. It is our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Aristotle Onassis.
Confucius say, if you hate a person, then you are defeated by them.
When it rains, look for rainbows. And when it's dark, look for stars.
If you're working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Steve Jobs.
You good?
Funny you mentioned Steve Jobs. Alright? The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs.
Confucius say, it does not matter how slow you go along, as long as you do not stop.
You good? Yeah. Dreams and dedication are a powerful combination. William Longwood.
People who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Robert Siltonen.
The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who's going to stop me. Ayn Rand.
Confucius say, never form a friendship with a person who is not better than you.
Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you're doing the impossible. Francis of Assisi.
Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Augmentino.
I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks.
Oh. Sorry.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks.
Pain is your friend. Pain is your ally. Pain tells you when you have been wounded badly, but you know what the best thing about pain is? It tells you you are not dead yet. It's Dragon Ball Z wallpaper.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know Dragon Ball Z had, meaning.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile.
We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Maya Angelou.
We cannot help everyone, but everyone can help someone. Ronald Reagan.
Don't confuse my personality with my attitude. My personality is who I am. My attitude depends on who you are.
If Plan A didn't work, the alphabet has 25 more letters. Stay frosty.
Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Wishing is not enough. We must do. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe.
What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. Plutarch.
Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Miyamoto Musashi.
Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Will Rogers.
We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. Dr. Henry Link.
When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one that has been opened for us. Helen Keller.
She can't see anything.
This is inspirational quote. Be positive.
Alright. Be happy, but never satisfied. Bruce Lee.
When you feel like quitting, think about why you started.
Security is mostly a superstition. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Helen Keller.
Everything has beauty, but not everyone can see. Helen Keller. I mean, Confucius. Sorry.
Find a heart that will love you at your worst, and arms that will hold you at your weakest.
Never regret. If it's good, it's wonderful. If it's bad, it's experience. Victoria Holt.
The man who has confidence in himself gains the confidence of others. Hasidic proverb.
We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Plato.
Self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you don't control what you think, you can't control what you do.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
How wonderful it is that nobody need to wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Anne Frank.
Limitations only exist if you let them. Another Dragon Ball Z quote.
I'd recommend you stand outside. If anyone asks, you're outstanding.
The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Helen Keller.
To overcome evil with good is good. Are you good? To resist evil by evil is evil. Muhammad.
The devil whispers,
Oh!
"You can't calm the storm." The warrior replied, "I am the storm."
Alright, boys.